I feel like over the years, my standards for men have been slowly lowered to must respect women, be literate, the end. What's up, book nerds? I'm Lucky's Universe, and in this week's video, we are going to be discussing some of my current book crushes, aka fictional people that I obsess over instead of seeking out genuine human relationships. Nice. Healthy. Over the years, I feel like my taste has evolved, not improved, just evolved. Leaving behind angsty vampires, mostly, and hormone-filled werewolves, mostly. That's a lie. I still simp for vampires with childhood trauma. Don't judge me. So how would I describe my taste in fictional crushes? I'm thinking golden retriever energy, but stabby? Like, I'll slay your enemies, but then I'll give you a foot rub afterwards, you know? Without further ado, let's get into it. The coffee is good. There is a hair somewhere on my face, and I just can't find it. Gotcha. Now, I don't know if I've talked about Poe very much on this channel, but he is an OG of my heart. He is from the iconic YA fantasy novel Graceling. It's the first in a series. I read it when I was like maybe 15 or 16, and it remains one of my favorite books of all time. Graceling is set in a world where people are born with a particular power or a grace. It typically only applies to one singular talent, so somebody might be graced with singing or hunting, or even something more obscure like tying knots. Like a person can just tie a sick knot anytime and it will never come undone. You know what superpower I would want? Untying knots. Like when your necklaces get tangled and you could just... So what makes Poe so irresistible and also lets him stand the test of time and remain an original book boyfriend? I'm glad you asked, because no one else does, and I really need to tell someone about this. So first up, the guy is a prince, and like not just any prince, a humble prince who literally renounced his title for his girlfriend and then gave her a castle. Say it with me. Girls don't want flowers, we want castles. Second of all, he's considerate and actually listens to women's feelings. Allow me to elaborate. The main character of this book, her name is Katsa, and she has a killing grace, meaning she could literally kill a bitch blindfolded with her hands tied behind her back. Like she's scary. Because of this, she's been used as an assassin by her evil uncle and views herself as nothing more than a killing machine in the hands of others. Poe was one of the first people who encouraged Katsa to put herself first and only do what she wanted to do, like fuck everyone else. And he didn't do it in the way that a lot of book boyfriends do, when it's written like, women have choices because I say they can, and this poor woman had no agency until she met me. Like, fuck off, Rhysand. And Poe just like gently supported her in that decision, even if it meant that she might one day end up leaving him, that she would never marry him, that she would never have children with him. And he was just happy to vibe with her and support her decisions. Like, what a king. Man, the bar is really on the ground for men, isn't it? And they still manage to limbo right under it. Let's take a look at more recent crushes as we delve into the world of my most current obsession, Gideon Nav from Gideon the Ninth. This is a YA sapphic sci-fi murder mystery starring necromancers and their hot bodyguards. Need I say more? If you do want a full review of this book, go check out my other video. I've done like a full rundown. So, Gideon Nav, what is so good about her? Haha! My sweet summer child. How do I put this? Gideon is the kind of girl who could slice me 7 ways with her sword, step on me, spit on me, and then use my bare bones for toothpicks, and I would say, thank you. What an honor. Her character is a bodyguard for a powerful necromancer, and I don't know what it is about bodyguards, okay? They just do it for me. Maybe I'm into the whole I jump in front of a bullet for you, or maybe I just like the idea of someone taking care of me because I should not be entrusted with my own survival. Gideon is used to being alone and thus is a very independent character. But as the story develops, you see that she actually cares really deeply about the people around her and will do a lot to protect them. Again, we're sticking to the bodyguard theme. That and the fact that her humor is wicked sharp and she has a super good radar for bullshit. It catapults her to the very top of my fictional crush list. We're gonna turn back time with an oldie but a goodie. Adrian Ivashkov from the Vampire Academy. Vampire, check. Got the look of a starved Victorian orphan, check. Sub-energy, check. This man had 13-year-old me in a chokehold. That would sound really bad out of context, wouldn't it? What I think I liked the most about Adrian was that he was a struggling guy who genuinely tried to pull his life together for the main character, Rose. He quit drinking, he quit smoking, he stopped sleeping around even though Rose wasn't ready to sleep with him yet. Like, Mads was loyal. See what I mean about the golden retriever energy? Rose did him so dirty, and I will literally never forgive the plot of Vampire Academy for driving these two apart, even though I know that Adrian ends up happy with someone else in like a later series. This is gonna ruffle some feathers, but for those of you in the back, Rose and Adrian over Rose and Dimitri. Do you hear that? That's the sound of diehard Vampire Academy fans lighting torches and gathering pitchforks. All right, back to the present. Let's talk about Book Lovers by Emily Henry. As a rule, I'm not a spicy romance girly, but this is my one exception purely because of Charlie Lystra, aka my husband. In Book Lovers, a literary agent named Nora has to team up with her professional rival book editor Charlie in this steamy small town romance. I say a small town romance even though both of the characters are actually from the city, but most of the story takes place in a small town, so I guess it's small town romance. I don't know. And let me tell you, I fucking froth professional rivals to lovers. Sorry, my Australian just really broke out there, didn't it? I've said it before, I'll say it again. Charlie Lystra is everything that I want in a man. He's well-dressed and well-read. I feel like over the years, my standards for men have been slowly lowered to must respect women, be literate, the end. The attractive thing about Charlie is that he, again, listens to women and respects their decisions. Shocker. The main character, Nora, is quite cutthroat and is very attached to her expensive city lifestyle. She has no plans to change, but she finds it very hard to get into relationships with people, and everyone's telling her it's because she's too high maintenance. When she and Charlie start like their little fling thing, she's worried that, you know, he's probably gonna leave her because, you know, she's not a small town girl with big dreams. Like, no, she's an ambitious professional who slays all day and gets paid. But then Charlie's like, no, I fell in love with you because you're an ambitious professional who slays all day and gets paid. Let's move into the top floor of $1 million apartment complex and slay together, girl. Like, I'm down. And he doesn't act like he's making a huge concession for her because he's also very career driven, and that's why they work so well together. Which neatly rolls into my last fictional crush, Nora from Book Lovers. This book truly is a double slay for the bisexuals. Nora often describes herself as the woman that men date before they meet the girl of their dreams and settle down. She's a workaholic. She knows what she wants. She likes to have her hair done, nails done, makeup done, and in no less than 6-inch heels. The reason that men date her and then move on and settle down with someone else is because men are fucking idiots and don't realize the masterpiece that sits before them. I love that Nora never compromises on what she wants. A common trope with female protagonists in romance novels is that they compromise on something important for the man of their dreams. Like, obviously the man compromises something too, but it's all about like, you have to sacrifice for true love and all that, and that's not the vibe for me. But Nora never once wavered on who she was and what she wanted, and eventually she found a guy who was willing to accept her as is. And I love that kind of romance storyline. So there you have it, my current fictional crushes. What about you guys? Do you have the same crushes? I would love to know, leave a comment down below. If you don't already follow me on TikTok, go check that out. I post some pretty cool stuff on there. I will also leave a link to my Instagram and my Goodreads down below so you can keep up with what I'm reading. Thanks for listening, and I'll catch you later. Do you hear that? That's the sound of diehard Vampire Academy fans lighting pitchforks and gathering torches?